Welcome back. Last episode we built that amazing iron farm, and it really is amazing because look at all the iron it's made me. I've done some other things around here as well. Probably the most noticeable is this. I added a retaining wall back here. Isn't it nice? I think so. But also, I did some sculpting of the terrain back out here. I didn't do much. Well, actually, it was kind of a lot, but it isn't very noticeable. As you can see here, I dug down to stone. Yeah, this used to be higher. This whole area here, I dug down a block. There were some caves here. I covered them up. Oh, I also started designing the facade for that iron farm there. By the way, when this is finished, it will be the first thing that I have designed beforehand in creative mode. Everything else over there, I improvised in survival. I've also been farming bone blocks a little bit through various methods, like I've been composting the sugarcane from in there. I've been killing skeletons from there, and, just compost. Alright, so terrain. Makes sense to me that I should need a lot of dirt for terraining, so I'm gonna get a lot of dirt for terraining. I'm gonna need another block, though. Just one to plan out where the stone's gonna go. Oh, perfect. Because I'm gonna have some boulders in places. Fill that in. What would you think if I did away with the time-lapse? Because I kind of don't like them anymore. They're, like, too jittery, and they're kind of sickening when you do them in first person. I might just get rid of it, because I don't think anybody enjoys it, including myself. What should I do with this crevice? Should I widen it? Maybe I could widen the crevice. But, like, have one ridge be here, and then that be the other one, and then just get rid of this. Yeah. Yeah, I like the way this is looking. Just need to bring it a little bit deeper. This has to go. I'm not sure if I should take this down even further, or just leave it as it is. But, oh, the zombies. Oh my god, the zombies. Why don't I have a weapon? I got a bow. Oh yeah, I enchanted this bow a little bit, too. I don't remember where I got the books from. Die. 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 No, it was a skeleton dropped this bow. And then I repaired it, and now it's mine. Who is hitting a zombie? A child. Ugh. I decided to leave the canyon kind of narrow. Or not narrow. Shallow. Yeah, that's the word. Now the question is, how am I gonna make it slope off that way in a natural way? That might be kind of difficult. Iron. How long has that been sitting there, and how long have I been desperate for iron, and I haven't noticed that? You know, get out of here. I hate you. There. Yeah, I like that. And I think I'm just gonna leave that jagged. Maybe clean it up a little bit. Yeah. I don't like that. This would be a good place to put a rock face. And also, this is still too steep here. Yeah, I think that's better. Once the grass grows over it, that'll be beautiful. Oh, I just realized that's too straight. That's better. So, over here, I want to kind of roll with what's already here and put stone cliffs on the edge of the water, but, like, layer it a little bit, so, like, the existing cliffs make them look a little bit better, and then put, like, another one there. And maybe in places I'll have the grass come down to the water. That could be kind of cool. And over here, I want to have a similar kind of thing from maybe there to, oh, I don't know, there maybe? Skipping this bit in the middle because it's kind of already a nice slope. Like, I'm just going to put the piles of rocks in the jagged, steeper areas like this. But when it's like nice and flat, we don't really need it. I might do the same with this ridge here, but a little bit smaller. I'm going to make this slope off behind now, so I can do that, maybe make it a little bit taller. I mean, it already does kind of slope off back that way, but I'm going to accentuate it. And that's basically what all of this is just taking the original terrain and just exaggerating it a little bit and then making it look a little bit prettier. I suppose this part of the terrain doesn't have to be that fancy because it's just gonna be covered up by a forest. I'm gonna try and make it at least kind of tolerable anyway, because the forest is gonna be a while till I put it in, probably. I think, like I said earlier, that some rocks, big old boulders here and here and all around here, that'd be real nice, I think. Also, I just realized it's been like a month since I've made a video. Yeah, I've been kind of busy in real life. School started a few weeks ago, and I've had pretty much constant homework since then. Also, I just realized I was originally going to do the rocks out of just normal stone, but I think I might do deep slate instead, just because I have way more of it. And then maybe just sprinkle in some lighter ones. Yeah, I think that could be good. Means I'm going to need a lot of tuff and acacia to do some kind of shading thing. Okay, it's the next day, and I've been doing some more stuff off camera. Actually, it's 2 days after that last clip, and I've been doing some stuff off camera. I've been farming up some acacia wood, because I'm gonna be needing a lot of that. As well as, I made a proof of concept of some boulders. Also, I think I might have thought of something that might revolutionize terraforming. I could be wrong, though. I'm gonna try that later. I've also been farming up some moss. I don't have it on me right now. It's in my house. I decided to make my boulders mostly out of deep slate, just because I have a lot of that. But also I'm going to mix in some andesite ones. And I would do stone, but andesite is just easier to get when you don't have silk touch. And I don't even have to go mining for andesite, because I don't know where any is, actually. Yeah, I don't know where any is. I thought I saw some right there, but I think it was just gravel. It's basically just stone, but it's easier to get. I tried to do some shading so they're a little more discernible from the rocks around them. So on the deep slate ones, I just put a bit of mud in the corners to make it a little bit darker. And then here I do acacia and tuff, and it creates the illusion of shadows in the cracks. Oh, why are those wolves angry? Why are you angry? Alright. Anyway. Making the mud. It's kinda takes a while. How's the sound quality on this video, by the way? Okay, I'm gonna take you through the process of making one of these boulders now. So, I suppose I should start with an outline. That's too small. Yeah, then I figured out how far back it should go. I think that's about right. I like this. Actually, I'm not sure about this shape. Maybe this? Yeah, that's it. So then I just start filling it in, making sure there's no extra blocks on the inside because I don't want to waste materials. Yeah. And look at it like, yeah, that's a pretty good shape. And then you move on to the next step, which is shading it a little bit. So you just go around and on the edges add in some mud. Next part of shading is to add a light patch in the middle, like facing outwards from the hill. Yeah, you get the idea, don't you? I'm gonna put another one here, I think, just to break it up. Yeah, yes. Oh, I should add some, like, oh, like, like that. So it looks like it goes into the ground a little bit more. I'm gonna do a pile of these over there, I think. Alright, I think I got boulders laid out, like outlined, I mean. Now I gotta start filling them in. That already looks really nice there. I think I'm gonna like this. Shading time now. Yep. Yes. Yes, I'm liking this. Alright. The boulders are done. Yeah, the boulders are done. Sorry, I just realized I forgot to talk for a bit there. I started laying out some more boulders. I think I'm just gonna lay out the rest of the boulders and then talk to you afterwards. What? I started recording because there was some kind of glitch where I couldn't put stuff in this slot even though it was empty. And then seeds just popped in. And also my armor's broken. I don't get this. So I guess I picked up some seeds and it just was really laggy. Yeah, I'm not done laying out the boulders, but I had to tell you about something anyway, and it is this area here. It's going to be a bit challenging because I don't know what to do with it. Part of me wants to make it into a beach, and part of me wants to make it into just a cliff protruding from the water, and part of me wants to mix it together somehow. And I can't figure out how to do that. I think I'm going to have this piece here be a beach, and then maybe some over there. Let me look over there real quick. Okay, so it looks like maybe a beach could go here, and then that can be a bit of a rocky bit. Or maybe beach all along here, out to there, and then not have that rocky? Yeah, I think I like that. I'm not gonna actually build the beach just yet. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that in another episode. Yeah, I think I'm gonna save this shoreline for another episode, so I can just focus on the more inland stuff. And that's another drowned trident. Are you kidding me? Well, now I'm really gonna get back to you when I got the boulders laid out. Alright, I laid out where the boulders are gonna go. Honestly, there wasn't much left to do. It was just this little area here, this little cluster here, and then just the rest of the ones around this plateau. Yeah, I want to get rid of that island. It's been annoying me since day one. Anyway, I think I'm just gonna see you when the boulders are finished. Alright, they're done now. I think they turned out pretty good. So yeah, there's these ones, which is there's those. There's these here down by the river. I think this boulder here is my favorite of the bunch. There's these. Uh, the reason I put these here is because when I was shaping out the when I was shaping the grass, I dug down to stone, and I was like, hey, that could be a fun, inspired thing to put a boulder on top of where there used to be natural stone. I don't know. And then over here, there's some more. Yeah, some boulders. Good boulders. There's some good boulders. If I were to do this again, I think I would, like I said, put smoother blocks where there's the cobbled deep slate, but also mix in at least one other type of stone, like maybe granite or sandstone, instead of just the deep slate and this one, the lighter one. I think that could really help it. I think that could help it be a little bit more discernible against the other boulders. Okay, I think it's time to talk about this potentially revolutionary idea that I had. I think I'm gonna do it right here. And it starts with these. I have a bunch of this for some reason. I don't know how. So, so you know the trick where if you don't want your grassy slopes to look layered like this, like you got the layers of dirt with grass on top of them, it looks like a terraced hillside or something. But if you line each layer with moss, it gets rid of that dirt layer, and suddenly you get a much more fluid transition. But there's a couple of things we can do to make this a little bit better. Because like you look at it from like here and you can see like there's a slightly different texture here and here. But if you do this just occasionally, it blends it in a little bit better. But we can take it a step further, I think, with short grass. I thought of a way, maybe, to make this look even smoother. Tuck grass up next to each layer like this. You know, hey, grass slabs. We don't have them, but we all want them. I think I might have found kind of a substitute for it, and I think it might be this, because these are half a block tall, well, roughly, and if you just tuck them up in here, suddenly this becomes like way more sloped. It becomes like a much smoother slope downwards, and I think it helps the shape a little bit. There's one problem I just noticed with it though, and there's still a shadow here, which kinda still gives it the layered look. Maybe if I do a little bit of tall grass here, up real close to the edges, it'll help hide the shadow even more, maybe. Yeah. But you see what I mean? Okay, here's why I thought this. It's not working quite as well as I thought it would, but it's still better than nothing. Okay, so if you look at it like that, like since these are about half the height of the blocks, oops, I thought that if you put them up in the corners like this, it would be like putting like you know when you have like a sloped roof that's sloped like well like this, you would put slabs on every other one to make it much smoother. This is a similar concept, but it's grass because we don't have grass slabs. I don't know how well it's working here though, because I can't tell if it looks good or not. It's not achieving the effect very well, I don't think, but it's better than nothing. It still looks terraced, I think. Here, another idea. Just tall grass here. I mean, that really removes the shadow. From this angle, it looks really smooth. I think this works. Kind of. Okay, for reference, here's the stuff I just did, and then here's just bone meal and moss lining. And yeah, I gotta say, I think this looks way better. Granted, I think I did bone meal a little bit too much in here, but you get the idea. I just watched this year's Minecraft Live, and I'm excited for the new biome. I think it's cool. I think the new mob is cool. I think maybe the creaking heart thing is a little bit unnecessary. Like it could just be a normal mob that attacks you when you're not looking at it. Or actually, you don't even really need the mob. Like the just having the weird forest on its own is kind of cool. It would allow it to be more common and make the white wood be a little bit more accessible without like having to balance it because you put the monster in there. But if you insist on having the monster, I think it has to be rare, like about as rare as maybe a mushroom field. Just because it's so you know what I'm trying to say? It doesn't fit in with the rest of the world. If you just have them everywhere, like a forest biome or whatever, that wouldn't. It would be a little bit strange. But if you have it rarer, that would solve that problem, I think. Oh hey, um, I gotta go around and cover all the moss convertible blocks. I just gotta cover them in dirt so that they don't get converted when I'm trying to bone meal stuff. Maybe I should have done the boulders after. What was I talking about? Minecraft Live and the creaking. I think the creaking has a dumb name, but otherwise it's pretty cool. You know, I think terrain is the hardest part of building. Like three types of builds. There's structures, there's organics, and then there's um something else that I can't remember. Oh yeah, terrain, obviously. There's three types of Minecraft builds. There's structures, organics, and terrain. This one, easy. Easy peasy. I can do it easy peasy. Look at that and that. That is beautiful. And then organics, a little bit harder, but still pretty easy. Like, look at this tree. That's a pretty good tree. And these boulders. Are they terrain or organics? For my purpose, I'm going to call them an organic. Yeah, they were fairly easy to make. They're just orbs and shade them a little bit. However, terrain, oh my goodness, it is so hard to get terrain right. I think I've done a decent job around this place, but I think this this here is the hardest thing to do when building. And I'm gonna go back to that, doing that now. Hi. Uh, yeah, I've been doing some more testing. First off, I realized that before this was just like, it was a lot of vertical lines in this, so I decided to break it up with some ferns. I think it looks a lot better. But also, okay, so the original intent of this wasn't to try and hide the shadow, it was to try and improve the silhouette to make it look smoother. So I tried that here, like essentially using the short grass as a grass slab. And if you're standing like here, it works. Or no, hold on, it needs to be further away. Like here. You can see that's way smoother there. And then I realized these little ferns are slightly taller than grass, and they're also a little bit darker, so I thought maybe put these here, maybe they'll blend that shadow in a little bit more. Yeah, that didn't work. It didn't blend the shadow in at all, it just accentuated it and made the land look stripy. But I think maybe if I'd made it just grass, if I make it just grass, it's like no longer noticeable. So I think this, as much as it pains me because it's going to be difficult, I think this is the way to go. Yeah, I think this is what I'm going to have to do. Except, however, oh, no, not that button. This button. I'm not going to have the ferns mixed in with the grass. I'm going to have patches of grass and ferns. This must be doing wonders for the YouTube compression. Oh, I didn't even consider that. I mean, I don't think I'm going to be coming and walking through here much. I'm going to show you the next thing. I'm going to do this next thing right here. So, these. All the, like, fields and stuff around where I live always have, like, patches of something that looks kind of similar to this, at least in color. So I'm going to put some of that around, and then put string over it so it doesn't grow. Then also bamboo. Because I thought that might, well, that's not so good anymore. I was thinking the bamboo might be the thing to blend in the color a little bit, because it's kind of between these two, but it's way too dark. Yeah, patches of these, just sort of around like this, and string them all up, and you've got that. I'm not sure how much I like it, actually. Okay, and I think the thing that's bothering me about this is that it's not blending in very well, so I thought, okay, maybe put some, I don't know why I broke the blocks there, didn't need to do that, put some wheat in the middle here, and this is the same sort of, there's the difference between this is almost the same as the difference between this. It makes this transition seem a little less jarring. And yeah, I think that helps. Yes, yes, yes. This is good. And then the other thing, yeah, I've been growing some blue stuff. Yeah, I've been doing that and getting some of this blue stuff. I think it's pretty, and also it can be used as yet another decoration thing for the fields. Now, where should I test this one? So, I was thinking, just like this, and then some shorter stuff. Oh no, didn't know you could do that. Just some shorter stuff around it, like so. Like that, and look how pretty that looks. And actually, I could maybe Mix in even some full blocks of... Oh, never mind. That's way too... It's too much. Maybe in the floor, though. Yeah, in the floor, that looks nice. And when I mix in some grass, it'll blend in even more. And, yeah, something like that. I think that looks really nice. And you know what? I think I'm gonna take the dirt off of these boulders. I think I'm done with the moss. Oh, doesn't that look just so much better without the dirt on it? I think I've failed here. Here. And there. Well, actually, I think this worked pretty well. It's just, because this is a YouTube series, I'm not gonna do it because won't look very good on YouTube. Well, I'm gonna leave it for now, I think, because it does look good, and if YouTube doesn't mess it up too badly, I'm gonna keep it. But in order to get that out onto YouTube, I think I need to end the episode. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed me accidentally creating the Scottish Highlands here. And, thanks for watching. See you later. Goodbye.